Well, hi once again, everybody. Welcome into another what promises to be terrific edition of the 19th Hole podcast for golfers. I'm your host, Dennis Silvers, and we appreciate you tuning in. And we've got a really good show for you today, an area that is really important, not only in life, but also obviously if you're a golfer in your golf game to make you play better, to make you feel better. And that's what we all want to do. The weather here in Las Vegas, and we're coming to you from the fantastic Rigel Studios right in the heart of Las Vegas. And the weather here has just been absolutely fantastic. Low to mid 70s, sunny. Golf courses are packed. People are getting out. They're enjoying themselves. And it's really nice to see. You would never know that we are approaching Christmas time here. And you know me, I'm a real hot weather freak. So if it's 100 here every day, I'm just absolutely loving it. Our guest today also lives in a phenomenal golf related area, and that is beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona, where the weather there is pretty damn good all year round, I must say. So let's get right to it. Let me tell you a little bit about our guest, Janice Thornton. Janice is the owner operator of JT Fitness and Golf, which is an online personal training company. Janice has been playing golf for about 20 years and says she's a pretty damn good player, but you know, talk is cheap, as you know. And but 20 years, that gives her a really good insight into golf fitness, which she is all about. She's been in the health and wellness business industry for over 35 years. Janice has a master's degree in exercise physiology, worked in cardiac rehab for 10 years, as well as a former pharmaceutical representative. Janice has two primary goals in her business pursuit. That is helping people eat healthier with exercise and to keep her fellow golfers improving their golf game, reduce injuries, increase strength, and improve balance and mobility, all very important playing the game of golf. So right now, let's welcome up our special guest, Janice Thornton from Scottsdale, Arizona. Janice, thank you for coming on the show, and I'm apologize that I forgot my exercise clothes. So you're just going to have to go with it.
Well, Dennis, thank you so much for having me. I greatly appreciate it. And it's okay. We're not going to work out today.
Okay.
So you're off the hook.
All right. I appreciate that. You know, Janice, people hear so much about exercising in general. So what is the separation, would you say, between golf specific exercise and general exercise?
So, because I actually have both types of clients in my business, for my golfers, not that my regular patient clients don't need balance exercises, the Bosu ball, mobility, they do. At the same time, I really focus on that with every workout when it comes to my golfers. So I'll be working on specifically rotator cuff exercises that go into every workout because we need that. There are balance exercises that go into every single workout because as a golfer, we want to be strong and well balanced in our swings. So it's important that those exercises are in the workouts each and every time.
How do you motivate your clients, or in general, how do you motivate people to exercise or stretch for that matter? And we'll talk about stretching in a little bit. How do you motivate them to do it every day? Everybody's got busy lives and they go, nah, I'll skip it today and this and that and the other. What do you do to motivate your people?
Well, we have strategy sessions. I have strategy sessions with my clients, and we come up with ways that each person's going to be different on how they're going to be motivated. So we strategize on what's going to be the best for them. We work on scheduling exercise into their day. And really, it's up to the individual to come up with um, what's going to motivate them. How badly do they want to improve their golf game? Because I guarantee you, when somebody truly wants to do something, they're going to be able to find the time to do it.
True.
If they truly want to, get stronger, they want to improve their golf game, they want more flexibility, they want to reduce their injuries, they'll be like, I can find the time for this. Or a lot of times we can strategize and I find out that, oh, yeah, they watched 3 hours of TV in the evening.
Right.
Well, guess what? It's really easy to throw down a mat and do some stretches on the floor while you're watching TV. There's a lot of things we can do while you're still doing other things as well. So we just strategize.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you say. If you really want to do something, you're going to find the motivation to do it and find the time and stuff like that. I'm sure it's like that with you. If you want to go shopping for a new dress or something like that, right? You're going to find the time.
Absolutely, you're going to
Yeah.
find the time.
And your husband tells me you find a lot of time for shopping. So, but that's a whole other show. Janice, in your opinion, what is the predominant factor in playing good golf? Does it come down to something like flexibility? Does it come down to strength? Does it come down to coordination, or general good health?
I'm thinking you just nailed it all on the head. That it's a combination of things. Sure, to play good golf, I think taking lessons from a PGA instructor is going to help your golf game. Then having the strength to be able to hit the ball well, to be able to hold your arms in the proper position, to have the flexibility and the mobility so you can get the turn. During your swing, that you're able to make a more full turn to give you more, it's going to give you more speed, everything
Hmm.
through that swing. So it is a huge combination of things that make you a better golfer. But I guarantee you, with my program, you're going to get all those things, and then I'll connect you with the PGA teacher, because since I don't give lessons.
Okay, so I was going to say you obviously have connections with some very good teachers in the area, and there are a lot of good ones there. A lot of people are motivated, for lack of a better term, by wanting to exercise and stretch and do whatever they can to avoid injury. Would you say that's a primary factor?
Absolutely. I know for myself, that's one of the biggest reasons that I exercise, do stretches, do yoga, do some Pilates, do the strength training. So that way I can reduce those injuries and, knock on wood, I haven't had any issues in a long time. And I actually have my low back gets real tight on me. And I have to do be careful not to play like 4 days in a row. At the
Yeah.
same time, if I do a lot of stretches, the good thing is it definitely helps me be able to play. If I would be playing in some kind of tournament, that I would be able to go for the full day, four
Yeah,
days.
yeah. No, I agree with you. And as much as I love golf and you go on vacation and guys trips and
Mhm.
stuff, 4 days is a lot of golf. You know what I mean? Even
It
after, I
is.
think after the third day, okay, we've had a great time. I'm done. I'm going to go sightseeing or something. That's a lot of golf
Mhm.
for 4 days. How much variance, Janice, do you have when it comes to working with, say, a man or a woman in their mid late 60s, as opposed to somebody in their 20s? How much variance do you change your message around?
That really depends, because I've met some very young late 60s, and I've met some really old 25-year-olds. So it just really depends on that person, and everything for every person is modifiable. and everyone is going to have some kind of different issue. So the nice thing is, my clients are very open with me and they tell me, hey, this is bothering me right now. This exercise is bothering me. What else can I do? We make modifications for all of that. So it just depends on how healthy that individual is. But yeah, I've seen 65-year-olds who can run circles around some 25-year-olds.
Wow, wow. Do you check and do you have a preliminary chat with your clients before you sign them up, so to speak, as far as any physical issues, any health issues, that type of thing?
So great question. So I actually do a fitness assessment. We do it over Zoom,
Excellent.
um, because obviously I have clients all over the country. And so that way we can determine, hey, first of all, I want to see if you're a good fit for my business.
Okay.
Because if you are like a brand new person who has never worked out before, I'm going to be flat out honest, you're not my ideal client. People who've actually worked out before are very successful with my business model. If you want to do one-on-one Zoom personal training, I will gladly do that if you are a newer client. But then I do have a membership site too that you would be able to utilize with follow-along videos. Um, but yeah, I do a fitness assessment at the very beginning. So that way you as a client get to understand where you are starting. And
Right.
then after 90 days, we do another fitness assessment. So that way you can see how much you've improved.
Okay, that's great, and I had a feeling that you did an assessment, beforehand, obviously, before you
Mhm.
jumped into things. All right, I'll tell you what, Janice, hang in there. We're going to step away. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to have a lot more about the physical part of the game with Janice Thornton. So stay with us. We're back right after this.
When I first learned about Encore, I was a little taken back because I didn't know much about the ball. I went out and played a couple rounds with it, and I was just extremely surprised how this ball made up for what I was looking for in a golf ball 20 years ago. It's a very straight ball. It launches a little higher than other balls that I've used, which is ideal for the tour because we're playing firm and fast greens. A lot of the balls do fly very similar, but this ball reacts so much differently around the greens and inside 100 yards than any other ball I've ever played. The combination of this ball is the best ball that I've ever played.
One of the buzzwords happening in golf is the word lag. You hear it all the time, but what is it, and how do I get it? Lag simply is the loading of the club to help produce tons of power in your golf swing. Up until now, getting lag into your swing has been very hard. Introducing the lag shot, a brand new proven training aid being praised by some of the leading PGA Tour instructors across the globe. This practice aid trains your hands, arms and body how to make a powerful, efficient golf swing with an amazing amount of lag. Lag shot is a 7-iron length club with the same loft and lie with a whippy, flexible blue shaft and a beautiful jet black club head. After you master the lag shot, your game will change forever with a stress-free swing, more power and more distance with lower scores every time you play. Go to lagshotgolf.com and you'll see why this truly is becoming the #1 training aid in golf. Visit lagshotgolf.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to more of the 19th Hole podcast for golfers. I'm your host, Dennis Silvers, getting into a great conversation with Janice Thornton, who is a personal trainer, both in fitness and also golf-specific areas, and she has a lot of golf clients. And That's very obviously an important area. But Janice, what is your experience or the commonality of problems that your clients are concerned about that come to you asking for help? I'm guessing, and I might be wrong, but I'm guessing most of it has to do with back issues.
A lot of them are back issues, but also a lot of it is strength. It's amazing for especially the women, how much stronger they need to become.
Yeah.
And once they start getting stronger and more flexible, then they've seen vast improvements in their golf game.
Well,
But yes,
flexibility,
people's backs.
I don't mean to cut you off. Flexibility is great, but that doesn't necessarily translate to becoming stronger, does it? And what do you tell your people to become stronger?
So I focus everything on is strength training based is what my program is all about. And now when you do have more flexible muscles and more mobile joints, you are able to get stronger. And that is one of the things people don't realize if you aren't stretching on a regular basis, if you're not working on mobility on a regular basis, everything just kind of shrinks up. So think about if you're always sitting at a desk all day or you're in your car a lot every single day,
Yeah.
you get stiff when you get out of the car, when you
Yeah.
get up off the chair, you're stiff. And when we have more flexibility and mobility in our bodies, then our bodies don't do that anymore. But it also allows your muscles just to react better to the strength training and that you're going to get better results.
Is that why it feels so damn good having somebody stretch you out?
Yes,
It really does.
absolutely.
You know? And you go, God, could this last all day? Why does it feel so darn good when somebody stretches you out properly?
Well, think about it. Again, like I just said, we've been sitting all day. Our muscles are just shrinking as we sit. They get really tight. They get shorter. I shouldn't say shrinking. They get shorter. And so when someone's actually starting to stretch you out, and when someone stretches you out, they get to put you in different positions because they're helping you hold a position that you probably can't hold
Right,
yourself.
right.
And which is great because you can kind of just allow your body to relax into that stretch instead of trying to do it yourself and you're trying not to fall over or hurt yourself.
You know, this may be a silly question, but if you had the opportunity to have somebody stretch you out, which is great, what do you recommend as far as frequency? Can you overdo it, Janice?
Well, you can overstretch your muscles and injure yourself that way. And you definitely don't want to do that. However, if you stretched every single day, that's going to be okay. You're not going to overstretch yourself.
Okay, as long as you keep it obviously within reason. How does a person, not obese necessarily, Janice, but say overweight, how do they exercise and stretch? Do you work with people like that might have a few extra pounds that they don't need?
I do work with people like that. And no, they're able to stretch. Of course, we might have to modify. So, for example, say someone has a really hard time getting down onto the floor.
Yeah.
Well, I work with them because it's important that they can get up from being down on the ground. Because if you fall and trip, you do have to be able to get up.
Sure.
However, there might be stretches that instead of stretching on the floor, that you're stretching on your bed or you're using the couch for assistance to stretch. Again, we can modify everything. And that's what's so great. Every workout program can be modified to that specific person.
I know that you are into healthy eating. You eat healthy. You tell other people about eating healthy. What's the message you give to some of your clients that need to lose some weight? And say, you need to knock off a few pounds because you're going to feel a hell of a lot better. I suggest you eat this or do this or whatever. What do you tell these folks?
So I have a grocery list for people that they can take. Now, I am not a registered dietitian, so
Right.
I do not do any kind of meal planning. And I actually work closely with dietitians because if someone, wants to lose like 50 to 100 pounds and they want to get on a very specific meal plan, I do refer them out to that. Now, if
Okay.
it's just, if it's someone who is eating a lot of junk food or they are, drinking a lot of pop and we just need to modify some of their alcohol drinking and that kind of thing. A lot of stuff we can make some pretty decent changes right off the bat, and they will see some really good changes in their weight loss. And then a lot of times they haven't been exercising on a regular basis. So then you add in the extra exercise, and now they're burning more calories and they're
Right.
able to lose the weight that they want. But I try to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah, no, and I like that because I like people that go by, especially like with the golf instructors. I like when they go by the KISS rule, which is keep it simple, stupid,
Mhm.
and I think
Yep.
it works. If you, and so many people do, and I've been guilty of this, and all of my friends that I play golf with have been guilty. If you arrive late getting to the golf course for whatever reason, what's the advice you would give to our viewers as far as a few quick stretches or what they can do to kind of limber up before heading to the first tee?
Well, first, and I'm not even, I do not get paid for this to say this. I do love the orange whip. I use the orange whip to get warmed up with because it's a great tool for me, it just opens up my back and gets me swinging the way I want to get swinging.
Okay.
And then, yeah, there's definitely some stretches. I actually have some videos of different stretches you can do on the golf course with your driver and make it simple for you to get yourself warmed up quickly.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know the Orange Whip is very, very popular. It sells very well. The closest I come to orange is, orange juice with a little vodka in the morning. And so I might have to try the Orange Whip. What's a good tip or two, Janice, on things golfers can do if they, and you referred to it a little bit earlier, if they start tightening up in the middle of the round, which happens very, very often to players. What should they do?
Use the golf cart to stretch on. There's plenty of times I will, I like to walk also. So depending if you have a golf cart or you're walking, you can easily stretch out your hamstrings. You can stand and do a quadricep stretch. You can stretch going side to side. But there's plenty of times if my back starts to tighten up, you will see me, if I'm waiting on a shot, that I will just grab my leg and start stretching. Because a lot of times when your back is getting tight,
Yeah,
it's because your lower body's getting really tight. And if you
yeah,
can start stretching that out, it'll help release what's going on in your back.
yeah, absolutely. Good advice. We mentioned this previous, and before we take our next break, you advocate that people, eat healthy while playing golf. Also, so I assume that the beer and the peanuts I have while I play golf is not what you would prefer. But what do you tell people to eat and munch on during a round of golf?
Okay, so living here in Scottsdale, especially in the summertime when it's so hot,
Yeah.
I highly recommend that people are drinking water with electrolytes in them to keep you hydrated. And then also be eating some fruits and vegetables um, during your round or some protein bars, anything, I do hard boiled eggs with nuts a lot of times, but just definitely stay hydrated. Now, for the beer and the nuts, okay, it's not going to kill you. Just don't have a beer a whole.
I like that. Yeah, I could just see what my buddies would say if I, excuse me, and open my golf bag and I bring out a bag of carrots or something like that. I don't know how good, even though I love carrots, how good that would go. All right, hang in there again with us. We're going to step away, take another short break, and we come back. We're going to finish up with our special guest, Janice Thornton, and learn some more about what we need to do to feel better while we're playing golf. We'll be right back. Hey golfers, I've been a golf talk show host for a long time and I've been playing golf even longer. Being in golf media, I've had the chance to play every ball ever made. I've tried them all. Well, my search is finally over because I found the best ball I have ever played with, and more golfers are finding the same thing. I started playing with the Elixir golf ball made by Encore Golf. Encore Golf has revolutionized both their golf balls, the Elixir or the Avant 55, or the brand new Vero X1, to where the performance of either will simply blow you away. It did me. If you're looking for better performance and durability with your ball, Encore Golf has it. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out at encoregolf.com and you'll become convinced, as I am, the first time you tee it up with Encore. It's the best performing ball for the price. Go to encoregolf.com and see for yourself. Your scores will love you for it. That's ONCORE golf.com.
As golfers, we want instant gratification when it comes to a better golf swing and playing better golf. Impossible, you say? Not anymore. Golf Boost Artificial Intelligence (AI) has developed and patented the most advanced swing analysis technology in golf. Simply, the algorithms detect your body position and then analyze your golf swing using their artificial intelligence technology. The AI captures all the relevant data from your swing video and then presents you a personalized lesson. Golf Boost AI is the ultimate swing analysis and virtual instruction system for golfers of all ages and abilities. This sophisticated software takes into consideration your height and build, playing level, and returns the ideal solution for your swing. Bottom line, Golf Boost AI is an incredibly convenient and cost-effective tool for golfers to improve their swing. Go to golfboost.com and check it out. The app is free to download and try. Visit golfboost.com today.
We are back, everybody, and having a great conversation with Janice Thornton from JT Fitness and Golf. And before we get into some detailed information about your website and about your programs and subscriptions and stuff, do you have a chance to play golf with some of your local clients that you work with, Janice?
Yeah, I do get a chance to play with them. I have one of my clients. I play with her every Thursday, pretty much. So,
Okay, so you could see how whether she's keeping up with her exercises or not, right? With her stretching.
well, with her stretching and with her weights, and it was funny because I just asked her the other yesterday if she's been doing her videos on my membership site, and she's admitted she's lacking on her strength training right now. However,
Uh-oh.
we're going to get her back into the swing of things. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you got to do that. All right, let's talk about your website and your online programs. Please explain to our viewers the various levels of membership or subscriptions that you have, and when people go to that, who should look for what? Is it dependent on their golf ability? Is it dependent on their body type? Is it dependent on their, like you said, whether they've ever stretched or been to a gym? Talk to us about that.
So I have a couple of different programs and things you can do. So I have a 90-day body challenge that is for people who want to lose weight. I have a 90-day golf fitness program as well. And with those two programs, I use an app that we use on the phone that has all the workouts enveloped into that app.
Okay.
Now, if some people prefer doing follow along videos, some people really just like, I like to feel like I'm in a class. I want to have you up front teaching me the entire time. Then my membership site would be for some people as well. And especially if you're very much a beginner, the membership site is probably where you would want to start. I have 3 different levels for that. And the first level is the core level. And that one, you get the follow along videos and some recipes. And then the second level is the premier level. And that this is probably my most common one. You get the all the follow along videos, and I add in the mobility videos for the golfers. And then if you go to the elite, you get all of that plus recipes, but then we also get into the coaching calls for you.
Gotcha.
So that way, if you want group coaching and to be able to take your fitness to a different level, then that would be for you.
Now, when you say recipes, am I assuming, explain what you mean by recipes?
Oh, I just have different like food recipes, healthy
Okay.
recipes for people that they can print off, and I keep adding new recipes each week so people can just have new ideas.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. Now, obviously, before we forget, if people come down, and Scottsdale is a very touristy type of place, just like Las Vegas is. They have wonderful golf courses, wonderful accommodations down there. Can people come in and see you and make an appointment with you if they're down there at a golf resort, say for a week or something, and they want to start working with you? Can they do that?
So actually, I work out of my house and I don't have a physical location.
Okay.
And that's what makes my business different from so many others is I do everything via Zoom. And so sure, they can be down here in Scottsdale. However, we would still do a training session via Zoom.
Via Zoom. Okay, I got it. All right, that's interesting. Put out for everybody how they would get in touch with you, either a phone number, a website address, or whatever.
The best way to get a hold of me would be through my website at jtfitnessandgolf.com, or you can email me at Janice, Janis, at jtfitnessandgolf.com.
Okay, that's
Those would
great.
be the best ways.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll get some response. So people talk to you about your first name and compare you like to Janis Joplin or something, since she spelled it the same way.
Actually, I compare myself to her just because she does spell it. I spell it the same way, I guess, as she does. And it's funny, I can always tell someone's age if they're like, who? Who are you
Who?
talking about? Versus,
That's funny.
it's like, I know. I'm like, oh, you're too young then to know who she
Yeah,
is.
you didn't know. That's great. That is absolutely great. Rumor has it that you and your husband are coming down to Las Vegas in January, maybe.
Well, we're going to try.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to try.
Yeah, and we're going to have you in studio if you come down and hopefully play some golf and put you to the test, and that'd be a great time. So I hope you guys get down.
Well, we will make a good effort to do that.
I appreciate it. All right, Janice, we're going to let you go. Thank you for some great information. Check out her website. She's got great programs for you that you can do subscription wise and different levels and all that stuff. So make sure to check her out. And anyway, so thanks for coming on the show. I know that you're busy, and we're going to have you again sooner than later. So thank you, and happy holiday to you also.
Well, thank you as well, and happy holidays to you as well.
Thanks very much. All right, Janice Thornton, everybody. All right, we're going to step away, take another short break. All right, we're not going to do that. We're going to do the golf tip. We're going to do the game planning tip of the week, brought to you by Adam Bazalgette from Scratch Golf Academy in Florida, and then we'll be back with you right after that.
Well, hi there, Adam Bazalgette here from Scratch Golf Academy with another swing improvement tip for the 19th hole podcast for golfers. Today, let's talk a little bit about the downward hit. I've got an 8-iron here. How much should you hit down? Well, very, very slightly. About 4 to 5 degrees. That's less than the tick of a single stroke of a second hand on a clock. So here's the thing you've got to remember. The club itself, in total, should not, at the moment of contact, be going down. It should be running level to the ground by this time. Even slightly, the handle will be rising away from the turf. So how do we get this downward hit? We get it with shaft lean. So we should have enough shaft lean that builds in downward hit that we can slightly reduce or mitigate it by gliding the handle along the level of the ground. Great tip I like to use. Here's an 8-iron. Any kind of short iron would be good. I've teed 2 balls up higher than I would on a par 3, but not high. My goal is to clip a couple of little shots, picking them off the tee, so I'm not slamming down, but tilting the face forward enough to hit them as low as I can. It's just tilting the club that way. Let's give it a go. That's the idea. So I get the sense of the club level to rising, but the face and the shaft leaning forward. Perfect, nice little low. And stick with this drill. You get the feel it will really help you with your iron game.
Innovation begins at a single point. Elements, each with their unique character. Fire-forged steel creates unprecedented control. Chemistry delivers a touch so soft, combined to create a level of performance previously unimagined. Like magic, the Elixir, the new tour ball from Encore.
All right, great conversation with Janice and reminds me, you got to get in there and stretch, even though it's like people, I don't want to get up and go to the gym. Well, you could stretch at home. You could, stretch when you get up in the morning. I know people that go out to the golf course that stretch for, 30 minutes before they go out and play, which is great. I don't know if I'd have that much patience, but I can guarantee you they haven't had an injury while playing golf in a long, long time. So it's something really, really great to check out. So again, we're getting into the holiday season, and one of our shows pretty soon is going to be some what we think are great suggestions for golfers to give them for Christmas, whether you're a man or a woman or your kids or something like that. So we're working on that, and we're going to have a show for you on that coming up very soon. We got a couple of other great guests coming up before the holidays as well. So anyway, so that's going to wrap it up for us on this edition of the 19th Hole podcast for golfers. I've been Dennis Silvers. For Janice and myself, we thank you for watching, and we're going to see you all back next week. So long, everybody.